Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Carletonmaybell, aka True Music, and today I'm breaking down I'm Not Okay by H.E.R. Now, this song is only 4 chords and it's in the key of A major, but these chords are fat. So if you're somebody with the smaller hands, these chords might be a little bit hard for you, but don't worry about it. You know I got you. I'm going to show you how to play these chords so that even if you have smaller hands, you can still play it and the song still sound great. So with that said, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to play the song for you, then I'm going to show you how to play it, and then at the end of the video, we're going to analyze these chords and figure out why they work and what she's doing with these chords and why they're so smooth. So make sure you stick around to the end to see that. And then last thing, I want you to press that like button very quick and very smooth because that's the best way to hit it. If you're not going to hit it real quick and smooth, don't hit it at all. And the final thing I want to tell you is that I just released a piano course for beginners. And so if you're someone who is new to the keyboard or you just don't know theory, which you need to know, you need to go over there and grab my course. I'll have the link in the description, and I'll also put like a little thing that'll show you the link. But anyways, it's carletonmaybell.teachable.com. So go to the link and get the course. It's a great course for beginners. It's going to put you on the fast track. It's going to teach you everything that you need to know, and I'm going to be adding more lessons to it. So it's going to grow. So make sure you get it now while it's at a nice low price so that you don't got to worry about getting it later when it's like $500. So now with all of that out of the way, let me play this song for you so that you can get an idea of what it sounds like. And then I'm going to teach it to you. Let's go. The song sounds like this. I'm not okay, I'm not okay, I'm not okay, no, I'm not okay, I'm not okay, I'm not okay, I'm not okay. So that's how this song sounds. Like I said, it's only 4 chords and they are very, very smooth. So let's break it down. Now, the first chord you're gonna play in this chord progression is right here. Now, this is a G major 13 chord. In our left hand, we have a G. In our right hand, we have an E, F sharp, A, B, D. All right, so this is our G major 13 chord. And after you hit it one time, you're gonna hit it again and we're gonna take the A out. This A that's right here, we're gonna take it out. So we're gonna go. All right, you're gonna hit it like twice, but one time without the A. Now I know that's a very subtle thing, but it is in there. So we're gonna do G major 13 with the A, then G major 13 without the A. And then we're gonna jump up to this chord right here, which is a D major 9. So our left hand is gonna do a D in the bass, and our right hand is gonna do an E, F sharp, A, C sharp, E. All right, so this is our second chord, and this is one of the chords that are a little bit more fat that we talked about in the beginning. And so if your hands are being stretched out with this one, just take this E right here, take it out. So if your hands are a little bit smaller, you'll just play it like this. So it's still beautiful, and it's a lot less strain on your hands. So far we have, okay, just that simple. Now our third chord is right here. Now this chord is really a stretch because it's basically like the second chord, but even wider. So with this chord here, which is a B minor 11 chord, you're gonna do a B in the left hand, and your right hand is gonna do a D, F sharp, A, C sharp, E. That thing wide, man, that thing wide. So this is your third chord, B minor 11. Now, if you have smaller hands, don't worry. You could pretty much just take this D right here, take it out. So you'll just play it like this. Nice and easy. And actually, if you play it like that, it's even easier because your first chord is here. And then your second chord will be right here if you have smaller hands because you'll take this E out. And then when you go to your third chord, your right hand doesn't have to move at all because all the notes are the same. So if you have smaller hands, or if you just are less advanced and this is easier for you, just take that E out of the second chord and that D out of the third chord. And you can just, for the second and third chord, your right hand wouldn't move at all. It'll just keep hitting the same 4 notes. Now let's get into the last chord, which is an F sharp minor 11, and it's right here. right, now this chord, your left hand's gonna hit an F sharp in the bass. Your right hand's gonna hit a C sharp, E, G sharp, B. This is your final chord. And if we put it all together nice and slow, what we have is right, nice and simple. So one more time. Easy. I'm not okay, no, I'm not okay. I'm not okay, no, I'm not okay. Just like that. And by the way, I'm tired of y'all talking about my singing in the comments. My singing is definitely getting a lot better. You could tell in this tutorial that I was kind of on pitch, so just keep that in mind. So now that you know how to play the song, what I want to do is I want to analyze the chords used in this song to see what's really going on here theory-wise. And if we look at this chord progression, we're going from G major 13 to D major 9, to B minor 11, to F sharp minor 11. That's the progression. And we're in the key of A major. Now, before we break this down, I want to give you a quick tip. If you look at the sheet music for this song, whenever you see an accidental, which is basically just like a sharp flat or a natural sign that's drawn in the measure, that means that the chord doesn't naturally fit inside the scale. And so if we look at the sheet music, there is one chord that doesn't fit in this scale. The rest of them fit just fine, but there's one that doesn't fit, and that is the first chord right here. So this is the main chord I want to analyze, this G major 13. Where is this chord coming from in the key of A major? Because A major doesn't even have a G in it if we play the scale. It doesn't have a G. So how did she play this G major 13? And I'm going to tell you what this is called is modal interchange. And what modal interchange is basically when you pull or you borrow a chord from a parallel mode. Now that might go over some of you all's heads, but it's very simple. Basically, A major is just a mode. That's just one of the modes. And there's plenty of other modes, but A major is a mode. And just to cut to the chase, in this chord progression, she's pulling from a mixolydian. Now that's another mode. So A mixolydian, that scale looks like this. Now notice the A mixolydian scale has a G in it. And not only does it have a G, the chord for its G is a major chord. And so if we were to harmonize the A mixolydian scale, the G would be a major chord. And so what H.E.R is doing in this progression is she's borrowing the G major chord from A mixolydian, and then she's extending it with a 13. All right, so that's how we get this G major 13, because I had a hard time figuring out where this chord came from. But that's where it's from. It's from the A mixolydian scale, and it's using modal interchange. Now, if any of this is going over your head, I want to advise you to get the piano course that I have. I don't talk about modal interchange just yet, but I lay down a solid foundation for you to understand it, and I'm going to tack on modal interchange to the course. So make sure you get it early so you can lock in that low price. So now that we understand where that G major 13 came from, we really don't have to analyze the rest of the chords because they naturally fit inside of the scale. So that's it for this lesson, you all. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You learned a little bit about modal interchange, which is major. Also, make sure you check out my piano course for beginners. It is an awesome course. It's going to teach you a lot if you just don't know theory or you're new to the piano. So make sure you check that out. It's going to put you on the fast track. And then lastly, I will have sheet music for this song on my Facebook page. I'll have the link to that in the description as well. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'm going to see you in the next lesson.